Hello and welcome everybody. We are here. It is episode 2 of the Phoenix Simsport podcast. You'll be joining me with the lovely Mav. Before we kick into things, however, we are just going to give a quick shout out to our affiliation sponsors. It's Asetek Sim Sports. If you're in the market for some lovely new sim gear, get yourself along to those guys. Put your basket full of goodies, get to the checkout and put in Phoenix Sim Sport as the code and you get a lovely 5% off from us. So, we are here. Hello, Mav. How are we doing this evening?
Yeah, doing well. Actually wearing the shirt tonight, which is good. What a weekend of racing we've had this weekend. So really excited to talk about it. And oh my goodness, next week is going to be even more fun. So yeah, it's going to be spicy.
Yeah, indeed. We've got a lot to pack in a very short episode today. And so we kicked off season 14 this last weekend. And boy, oh boy, were we in for some action, and we have a little bit of a special guest in with us this evening, who's going to talk us through their LMU experience. It's none other than the world famous Dahl Pedersen. Welcome to the stream, Kenneth. How we doing?
Yeah, thanks, Paddy. Doing great.
Awesome stuff. Now, you had a wonderful weekend at LMU, a fantastic result for yourself and the team as well. So we're going to go straight into LMU. We want to hear your story, your side of things about the event. So, floor's all yours, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man. Season 14 kicked off to a pretty great start, to say the least. I was pretty, interested to see how fast Kenzo actually was, because I've never raced against him before that event. I think he got not the qualifying he hoped for, starting P3. Team Murica in general started on the second row, which was quite interesting. With my team at nice. Locking out the front row, the race kicked off pretty good for my team, and Kenzo was fast. He was really rapid, no doubt about that. Made a few mistakes, and he was right up my rear bumper in the matter of seconds. He did leave no space for mistakes, although it did feel like it really wasn't Kenzo's night. He fought hard, and unfortunately on lap 8, I think it started to fall apart for him. I made a bit of a mistake and got out of lost balance of the car and almost make a big spin, which he used very, very nice and lined up the attack and actually got up on the side of me, and we clashed, which was absolutely my fault whatsoever. Completely my fault, sorry. By then I think his race absolutely fell apart. He tried to come back, but didn't seem to ever go his way that race. So I'm really looking forward to racing next week. But Ben surely made up for that. He was rapid as well, and him and Luis were battling all the way through. So it seemed like a very close night if Kenzo didn't got take out. So it was a fast race, really such a banger to kick the season off, and can't wait for the next one. So, great race for Luis and myself, but can't wait to see what Team Murica are up to next week.
Yeah, I can totally understand. I mean, we've got the results screen up at the moment. You can see, if you look at the best laps between yourself, Benoit, Louis, and Shinzo, who ended up finishing 6th, there's not even 0.2 of a second between your best laps. For race pace, that's mental.
Yeah, that was close. I probably could have gone a bit faster, but as you saw, I had a big lead. There was absolutely no reason to risk any kind of mistakes, because I knew the slightest of mistakes, and I was cooked, because I knew the race, the one with Kenzo, I couldn't see it at the moment. I had to see the replay, but I knew there was a potential penalty coming my way. So I knew I had to play it cool and play it safe. No reason to try doing a best lap with a 25-second lead. There was absolutely no reason to do that. So had to play it cool. And I'm glad I did.
Oh, I'm glad you did. Yeah, so it was for your team, Team Secura. It was a double podium. So first and third. So it's a fantastic start to your championship, with Team Murica obviously coming second and sixth respectively. So a wonderful start to your championship. Double podium. You can't really. I don't know what a podium looks like, to be honest with you. It's been that long. I believe that's where all the fast boys stand. So I wouldn't know about that. But yeah, fantastic race. I mean, from my point of view, getting to watch it, like, it was unbelievable. The LMU grid this season is just, like, the hypercar is incredible. We'll get into GT3 in a moment, but I mean, even yourself, Matt, from driving in the hypercar, I mean, what was your point of view on everyone around you, the skill ceiling? I think the skill ceiling's gone up this season, to be honest.
For sure, I was certainly around about kind of the P5 mark before, and without practice, I do slip back. So, everyone else has seemed to take a real massive leap forward, and I've stayed the same. So, and that's showing in the results. So it's just goes to show, the amazing leap forward that everyone has made. So everyone's going to really have to be on top of their game this season, which is great to see. That's what we want.
And we go back to qualifying. I mean, it wasn't even that far apart on well, a little bit far apart on qualifying, if anything. Your race pace was a lot quicker and closer to Kenneth than your qualifying pace was. So your race pace was really good. Yeah. I know that feeling. I tend to run a lot better in races than I do qualifying. So
yeah, that's usually the way I work.
It's just for drama, getting through the pack. It looks good.
Yeah, exactly. It gives the viewers some overtakes.
Indeed. So, fantastic looking results. I'm assuming then, Kenneth, the rest of the season you just want to try and keep this up. You and Louis are obviously going to be training a lot together. Is there team orders involved with you guys? Do you choose share a voice call? Do you say, okay, this is how it's going to go? I'm faster. Do you let me pass? How does it work? How does your chemistry work, Louis?
Well, actually, it was the final day, like a few hours before the race. I just hit up Luis saying, "So the team thing, what are we doing?" And he said, "Oh yeah, we're doing this." So I hit up Mav and said, "Yo, we're a team now, so let's be ready for the night." But we haven't really talked much strategically yet. But I guess that will come. I think I'll try maybe to see if I can give him some pace. I don't know if it's set up or because he's rapid in qualifying. It seems he drops off a bit in the race, but I'm not sure if he's dropping off or Ben is just a lot faster in the race than qualifying. So maybe I can provide him with a setup or something if that's the case.
Yeah, I do believe.
Yeah.
I do believe Ben's race pace is extremely consistent. He's very fast on race setup.
He's nasty. No doubt about that.
He's got a lot of skill, but I mean, all you guys have got a lot of skill. It's great to watch you guys on track. To be honest, it's ridiculous. I look at you guys and I think, I wish I could do that. I honestly do.
A lot of time. It takes a lot of time to get there.
Oh, I can absolutely imagine. Again, a fantastic result from you guys, and a huge congratulations from myself and everyone who watched the stream as well. I mean, yeah, the stream loved it. Everybody loved the results, and it was absolutely amazingly action-packed. And not only in Hypercar, we're going to go straight into the GT3 results here. And oh boy, it's a top 3 for... oh god, what's their... Oh, Mav, they're going to kill me. I've forgotten their team name. They're all a team. Oh. All the Mustangs. They're going to kill me. Cater's going to come after me. I need to go to hiding.
They're Team Freedom, the Mustangs.
Team Freedom. And
yes, so Team America and Team Freedom. Let me just check, just to be 100% certain.
So all we need is Team Bald Eagle and Team McDonald's.
GT Freedom.
GT Freedom, right? I like it. GT Freedom. I see what they've done. I've seen what they've done there. Cool. I like that.
Yes.
But fantastic result from those guys. Absolutely dominated qualifying. Bradley,
for sure,
different level. Absolutely different level. You can see there 1.3 seconds to his teammate. So they took all top 3 spots. The race, however, that got interesting. Bradley unfortunately got a drive-through, I believe, in that one.
He did right at the start. It seems to be that the starting speed catching out an awful lot of drivers, especially with the amount of experience that Bradley Cater has. So anyone can become a victim of it. Absolutely,
and you can see there he was absolutely dominant in qualifying, even over his teammates who are, as you see there, like. Was that 1/1000th of a second between James and Kevin? So those guys were, and you watch back on the stream, those guys were nose to tail for the entire race.
Oh yeah,
so good to watch,
absolutely phenomenal.
But yeah, if we go into the results, you can see that as much as Bradley had to take his drive-through, and that would have put him a good 35-40 seconds behind the leaders, he still came back up to within 14 seconds of James.
Still a phenomenal performance there from Bradley.
Yeah.
And even then, throughout the race as well, he did have a couple of setbacks as well. It certainly wasn't easy. There were some contacts during the event. So, to come all the way back to a podium, incredible stuff.
And talks about contacts and a bit of drama in LMU. We did have a couple of pieces of extreme drama, including a McLaren that looked a little bit lost and poor Mr. Shinzo torpedoing Omar.
Yeah.
You were involved in that, Mav. Talk me through what you saw with the McLaren.
Yeah, so we saw lights facing us coming around a corner at one point, and and then started coming towards us while we're going the opposite direction. Which, let's just stay stream safe and just say it scared me a little. That was interesting. It's not often you expect a car to be driving opposite the flow of traffic.
Absolutely not.
So definitely something that'll need to be reviewed by the stewards.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes out of that.
I'd like to say, in the famous words of Jeremy Clarkson, a little bit of boo came out.
Yes, very much so. Yes. But I'm sure that looked interesting for the stream anyway.
Yes, because even I was sitting there going, Because I honestly thought the camera had got. I thought the camera had got messed up. So I'm like, am I looking at this corner the right way? And then I noticed several headlights coming towards us. Like, oh no, the McLaren's the wrong way round.
Yeah. That was interesting. And then the torpedo incident.
Oh, that scared me on the stream. That was me having my Clarkson moment because a little bit of poo came out because it was so loud.
Yeah, because oh my goodness, I think we heard it on the far side of the track at one point as well. It was quite the slap. So,
let's see if I can find.
They're lucky that at the moment damage was off for the event. Otherwise, that would have been race ending right there, and that would have started, Kenzo's charge off, or Kenzo's defense rather. Off on a terrible footing. Okay, he didn't get the result that he really wanted, but it could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse. And
zero.
I think for talking about Shinzo, he had a really rough weekend. Defending champion, multiple series defending champion, and he had an absolutely horrid weekend, I must admit, by his standards for sure. He cannot be happy with what happened.
Yeah, for sure. Just no matter what car he jumped into, it just seemed to just not really work this weekend, that then just snowballed into the Sunday as well in VRC, and even in the Formula One car, which usually he has a real good feel of. Just couldn't quite get the pace out of the car. So, not an ideal weekend. So. It's the kind of thing that, a lesser driver might just go, I've had enough, and throw the hands up. But I think, Kenzo, what he'll do is he'll use this as a focusing point. Yep. And he'll really, really drill down, figure out what went wrong, and just come back next weekend even stronger. So I think we're going to see a really good performance from Kenzo this weekend.
I'm expecting him to bounce back really hard. He's not the kind of guy to just give up his championships like that. He's had a bad weekend. He's accepted he's had a bad weekend. And I'm expecting him to come back, just go for it. Absolutely go for it. As we move on, you'll find out he's also had quite a rough one in the TAS. But we've almost had 15 minutes of LMU. You can tell how popular this series has become. I'll quickly go through our round one results. You can see this is the championship so far up on screen right now, and it is Dahl Pedersen who's got the lead with 39 points. As Racing Opta has just followed us as well. Lovely stuff. Hello. And Ben War, Ben to Louis. So you can see there is our current all points down to P12, which was the DNS for Nascimento. I'll just call him Andre before I get it wrong. I'm not very good at my Spanish/Portuguese pronunciation, so I'll just call him Andre. That's our current hypercar class lineup. We can see our defending champion currently in P6 with 12 points. And going into GT3, it is the Americans who are taking over with the top three. And I believe our defending champion is not with us this season or hasn't signed up yet. DeLuca, I believe. I haven't seen him the last week or so, so I'm not entirely sure if he's defending his championship this season or not, or if it's now just open.
Hopefully so.
I'd hope to see him.
Yeah, for sure. We'd love to see him on track there. We'd love to see our champions defending, their previous wins. So, fingers crossed we do see him back. But no word at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, it'd be a shame. It'd be good to see him back. He's an absolutely class act of a driver, and if anything, if these top three are going to run away, he's the one guy that's going to put the spanner in their works. Just DeLuca's pace last season was ridiculous. But for sure. Looking great. Where are we next for LMU?
For Lemons, we are going to let's see. It's going to be Bahrain Outer.
Yes, that's right.
So for Le Mans, we are going to the Bahrain Outer circuit, as I say, which is a short circuit. But it's going to be really interesting. Basically, it's 3 massive straights with a chicane. And that's going to make for some really interesting racing. You've got to use different tactics that you're not used to. And the hypercars are going to be overtaking the LMUs so often, so much more often than other circuits. So it's going to be tough, but I think that's just going to bring an absolutely brilliant race.
I think so as well. And is that not, what they would call it, remember when F1 was doing the whole COVID thing, was that not Sakir?
That was the Sakir Grand Prix,
That's
yes.
right,
So
I
the
thought
Bahrain
so.
Outer, yes, correct, was used for the Sakir Grand Prix, yes. There are a couple of different layouts there in Bahrain, and F1 has used at least 3 of them. The first one was the Endurance, which was terrible. Absolutely disgusting layout for Formula 1. It was horrible.
It's not designed.
And then they used the normal GP circuit for a large number of years, still running. And then for 2020, they also ran the Bahrain Outer as the Sakir Grand Prix. Yep.
They need to bring that back. I thought that was probably one of the best Grand Prix I'd ever watched, to be honest.
Yeah.
Much better.
That's the thing. It's something. It's a very different circuit because it is just 3 big long straights with a chicane in the middle. So it's so different from what they're normally used to.
Absolutely. So that was LMU. As you said, we got an absolutely fantastic race coming up this weekend. We've just had a fantastic race last weekend, so we're expecting this season to absolutely go mental. As Mav's doing a run with his sexy pants and his shoes. The man with the Crocs is back. It's all right. Also got my Crocs on. But
yes.
I'm in sports
Bradley
mode.
Doggo number 2 there was crying at me for some reason. So bye-bye, Doggo. Everyone say bye-bye. And the other one's still huffing with me, so yeah. I've got 2 sons now, two fur babies.
I don't know where mine is. He's away out somewhere exploring.
Yeah, they do their own thing, don't they?
It's alright, I've just got an orange cat. He does his thing.
Orange cats, most definitely.
Orange cats, yes. But we're going to move on. So LMU, yep, absolutely fantastic. A huge thanks to Kenneth for popping in and having a chat with us tonight. I will have to quickly drop in, Mav. Would we like to bring in WS1? If you have a quick nip into the staff chat, we could do that now before we jump into the next series, because I do believe he would like to talk about one of our series that we would definitely like to get some more information out there. So if he's available, we'll drag him in.
Wonderful.
If I drop him a message, I'll go into Tatis. I'll get started on Tatis. If you want to try and grab hold of him,
and then I will watch for I will watch for the
and we'll get him in. So we'll move on to Tatis. What a race this was, folks! Tatis was unbelievable. It was a different setup from normal. So we went to Silverstone last season. Obviously, you saw a lot of 20 minutes. That's how we normally run it. But this time, season opener was a 45-minute endurance run, and by goodness did we get a show and a half. It was non-stop action from start to finish. Is it going to give me the qualifying? Of course it's not. It hates qualifying. But yes.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It doesn't like qualifying, so
for some reason.
I could just get the normal standings. But you can see Miku, second place last season, I believe. On top, it would have been a Shinzo easy victory. However, there was a major controversial incident.
Occurred.
Yes. Now, if I remember rightly, I'm gonna go open up the tube of views, because we are going to go on to some total selfless promotion here. The Phoenix Sim Sport YouTube channel. If you guys and girls have not seen it yet, here we are. This is where we upload all our streams once we're done. And I do believe somewhere I have the incident in question. I love using YouTube over the stream setting, because we don't need it in 4K, because I'm not displaying it in 4K. You know what? Do what you want, YouTube. It's fine.
Take your time.
Take your time. So as you can see at the moment, he is absolutely miles ahead of Miku. And there, we can see there's trouble up ahead. So we're just going to follow on board with Shinzo. And, folks, as you're watching along, we're going to get to... We'll just ignore the fact that he's completely ignored track limits there. We're going to go forward a little bit more, because... it was spicy, that's for sure what happened. Come on. Here we go, here it is. So this was the final lap.
Oh, Shinzo is battling a back marker. What's going on there? Off the track.
And then... BANG!
Oh no, our leader's been taken out.
Yeah, not ideal for the race leader.
It wasn't Miku the major beneficiary out of that one, so... I think that really started the bad luck that Shinzo experienced this weekend.
Yeah, is it possible, that with that on his mind all weekend, that, it's played in there and he's thinking, I need to get a better result, and then it's just kind of, once you get in your own brain, it's tough to get back to.
Yeah. That one was a tough one. Yes. I think that one was due to Miku wasn't far behind. He obviously wanted to get straight back on the track. He didn't want that gap to close off. And unfortunately, he's came together again with the back marker, and that's led to what we saw. Again, that was just unfortunate. Again, maybe should have been a bit more careful on the rejoin, but that is heat of the moment kind of thing. I do think his LMU thing, though, that was pure unluckiness. That was wrong place, wrong time, and
I think so.
LMU cars are pretty long. They're not exactly easy to get round when they're lengthways on a track.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And in that particular situation, he really needed to predict where the car was going to go, and it was unpredictable. So, yeah. It was unfortunate.
Oh, the lap times are the series has not got results. We haven't updated the Tatus Challenge results yet.
Yes, it has not been published as of
We
yet.
will get there. But you yourself, you were involved in that race. From what I was watching the stream, it was action-packed all the way through. There were overtakes left, right, and centre. You guys were wheel to wheel constantly.
There was a massive pack of drivers all stuck together, constantly fighting for position. So, oh my goodness, it was, crazy all the way through. Just really wonderful racing. And there was a nice tactical element to it too. I personally made a huge undercut on the drivers ahead. The undercut, for some reason, was really powerful here. So I was able to get ahead of quite a few drivers as a result. It was... spicy old race.
Spicy indeed. The start of it was just unreal. I'm just trying to quickly click in, because it wasn't all Shinzo's way at the start, I believe. Or was it? No, Rico was involved in the beginning. I just have to go back and check his name for that one. Can we just get into the race just ever so quickly so I can get a little... The wheel-to-wheel between Shinzo and Rico was just unbelievable. So we'll try and find these two on track, and you'll see what I mean. Every single lap, every single lap for about 6 laps going through club, those guys were wheel to wheel every single lap, and it was
genuinely
mental.
It was insane.
And then
we could hear them battling, and oh my goodness, it just sounded awesome.
It did, yeah. This is exciting to watch on the stream. Just watching this exactly now. What was happening now on screen? This was happening every single lap. You couldn't separate the two of them. Rico obviously encountered some issues going through the race, and he dropped far back. But as you can see, these guys were just at it, and I'm looking forward to seeing Rico's performance this season if he can try and improve on what was a bit of a disappointing run for how it started, but such as such. But there you guys, side by side, going through the corners, man.
Awesome stuff.
Absolutely top tier driving. It just shows you the kind of skill that we've got going on here at Phoenix Sim Sports. We've got guys that can go wheel by wheel.
Awesome drivers. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can see the pack was so amazingly close. But yeah, fantastic racing here from Tatis. And we'll obviously get the results fully published up. But as it stands, that's the page I want to go for, not for our servers. And you can obviously see Miku's currently in the championship. We have Shinzo in second, but obviously we do have stewards' reviews, etc. to go through. So what you're seeing on screen right now, folks, may not be a final result. There may be some amendings to be done. But yeah, great race, and I do believe we still have some spaces, if not reserved spaces.
Oh yes, especially this week because we have 40 slots available because it's Daytona.
Oh,
So
oh.
get on track.
That's
Get
right,
on
folks.
track.
Come
Yeah.
sign up with us. Come find us. You got the Phoenix description is in the Twitch stuff below to join us. You can find us through SimGrid if you search up SimGrid. If you search up Phoenix Sim Sports, find us anywhere. We have the website as well. As I said, we've got plenty of space for everybody to come join us. All levels of skill are accepted. I mean, they accept me, so yeah, even absolutely useless drivers are welcome. Come join me at the back of the grid, please, because I get lonely. Moving on to MX5, another fantastic race at Silverstone. This was and another one that you were involved
Do
in.
go there. Could we chat to WS1,
Oh!
who is in the chat now?
You grabbed him. Yes.
Yes, we have. And while you're chatting to WS1, I will be back very shortly.
Excellent. Go for it. Hello, WS1. How we doing?
What is going on? How are you?
I'm all good, buddy. Thank you very much for joining us. Unscheduled, but we like it. We like things a bit chaotic here at Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
So
you're not wrong about that.
So you wanted to jump on this evening to specifically talk about one series, is that correct?
Yeah. So we've been cooking up the series for a bit. Mav and I have been talking about it for a while. So we did have to push it back a week, but I'm happy to announce that we are now starting the IndyCar series. So we are going to be starting up the IndyCar series in Assetto Corsa.
There we go. Got it up on stream.
So this
as
week
well.
is going to be round one. We're going to start. I don't think we're streaming this season just because it is a test season. It is the first season.
Yep.
Next season, we plan on doing that. But it is. So we're going to start at Long Beach. Then we're going to move through the month of May, which is the plan. The month of May. So we are going to have a miniature Indy 500. I think we're going to do about half distance Indy 500, so like an Indy 250, about halfway through. But it's going to be good. We are missing. I'm looking for more signups. Right now we have about I think 8 people signed up at the moment. And if anyone wants to get on board, it is a little bit later in the day. It is after the VRC Formula Alpha on Sundays. So if you're going off UK time, it is 10 p.m. starts then, which is very late. If you are in the US, we do start on 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time. So a little bit later in the day. It'll be good.
It's going to be.
So I'm excited, and I hope to get more people.
I'm obviously equally excited as well. And as you said, the timings may not be ideal for us Europeans, but this one is very much tailored to our American compatriots across the pond. So it'll be lovely to see you guys dropping in, getting to see more of our American cousins in and amongst the series, because you guys have got some seriously fast racers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's we've got some good ones. James is up there too. We've got some good guys on our side, and I'm excited. It's basically the American version of our Formula One series, but trying to grow the American side of it, West Coast side of it, because the West Coast time zone, don't know if you know, is the worst time zone out of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We're the last ones to get anything. So, but we're excited to start this up, and hopefully, whoever's listening, watching, we get you guys on board and ready to go.
Absolutely, and the more the merrier. And we would love to see a packed grid of IndyCar. That would be fantastic. At the moment, we're up to 20. Of course,
that
we
would
can
be
expand those
fantastic.
grid sides. If we get more than 20 drivers, we will expand the grid. I think, especially with like the likes of ACC, LMU, IndyCar, TCR, the more cars we have on track, the more exciting, the more eventful the action is going to be.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you know, that's everything that we want to watch. As I said, season 1 is very much an experimental trial through May. If this goes well, it's going to get added to the stream schedule, which means I am just going to give up life and just spend all my time streaming. But I think it's going to be absolutely worth it.
You get no sleep.
I'm not allowed to sleep. No, I'm just a robot really at this point. I'm just fueled on caffeine and hope.
No.
Caffeine and hope. That
I'm
sees
the
me
same.
through.
I'm the same way. Trust me. Yeah, I feel that. That is me on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's like my 16th cup today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've lost count.
Ooh. You're not on Rogue Energy?
Yeah, all out of Rogue Energy.
Oh, yep, exactly. We
In fact-
have to
gotta-
be on coffee. Oh my goodness.
That's it. I'm going to have to go to my local shop because they don't stock any at my local shop. I'm going to have words with them. I demand crates of Rogue Energy.
Yes.
Yes.
See, there you go. You gotta get. You can't have coffee. Nobody's allowed to have coffee anymore. We gotta get the Rogue Energy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly.
It might actually pep me up, to be honest. I might actually grab some for Saturday. Huh? I might make it more
There
than
you
3
go.
laps.
Don't forget to use code PHX checkout for 10% off.
I'm
How
glad you
long
got
have we
to
been using that? We've had that
Yeah.
affiliate code for years
We
now.
have, yeah.
It's been so long.
Yeah, exactly. And
'Cause-
in all fairness, I do like it. You know,
It's good
they,
stuff.
They are very, yeah, it is. They are very, very tasty. And yeah, there seems to be a lot of other energy drink companies as well giving out codes, but Rogue Energy.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh
some-
yeah. Yeah, because I was like, we've been with them since the start of Phoenix, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
To have them as an affiliate
Genuinely,
since the start.
yep. We got them really early. Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember when we did.
Mhm.
Like it was
yeah,
years
exactly.
ago.
That's right. It was
Yeah.
right back at the start. So that's right.
Oh yeah.
WS1 here, one of the OG members, isn't that right, my friend?
Yeah. When did I come in? Like 3 days after we started.
You're
the
literally
server.
like one of the first week people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. 3rd of July. Yeah, you're like one of the first
Yeah.
week people. Yeah.
He needs to
Yeah,
get a
'cause we started
special.
this with-
Yeah.
I was going to say, you need a special shirt
Yeah.
that just says OG on the back.
Yep.
I am tempted to get one actually. I need to. I have the polo shirt. I was the first one to get the polo shirt.
Yes. Yes. Which is nice. The polo. That
It's a
one.
nice shirt.
You've
It's a nice shirt.
cap as
I've
well?
worn it to a bunch of events.
Yeah.
Oh, you need one of
Yeah.
these.
I need to
These
get the.
breathable, so breathable.
I know they're
Oh,
great.
it's
aren't
so
they?
nice. Yeah, I need to get the jersey ones, but you know, if
Exactly.
anybody's looking for Phoenix merch, go to phoenixsport.co.uk and get the merch.
Listen to this man.
Man's
He
done
knows.
it.
It is
He's
good
done
merch. I have. It is good merch. Reasonably priced too. We do reasonably price it.
And the quality is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it's
It is.
fantastic.
It is very good.
I've
Yep.
had several washes. I've got zero
We've
fade,
made
no stretch.
We've made tweaks over the years too. No, we've made tweaks over the time because I remember it is nice. Yeah, because I remember getting the polo shirt and we made tweaks to it because it was like,
Yep.
hey, based on feedback.
That's right. Exactly. 'Cause
Oh,
we
yeah.
listen to you. We listen to you guys. Sometimes.
Oh yes, we do.
But more importantly, you listen to me. Oh,
yeah.
Tommy, thank you
All hail
very
Maverick.
much for subscribing.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Hey, thank you.
God Prime, don't really know what to do with it. It just means you get to listen to mine and Paddy's voice in much better quality.
Without ads.
Yes,
It
without
It means
ads.
no ads.
and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
It means
Um,
the Prime
yeah,
thing
no,
is
thank you,
it
Tommy.
comes with Amazon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get the
Thank you.
whole
I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
the ad-free
talking-
experience.
About
Yeah.
ads, apologies, gentlemen, but it is about time we do run one. So,
Ooh.
guys, we are going to have to be back in 60 seconds. We will see you very shortly.
Lovely stuff. And what are we up to next? We've
Unless you're
done...
subbed, in which case Or
Unless you're
listen-
stopped, in which
listen.
case you would still be here.
Yep.
In which case, hello. This is where you get the secret, the secret sauce, where you get to listen to 50 seconds of us just warbling away.
Yeah.
That's
about absolutely nothing.
As I do that, I will just.
How's the Miata coming along, Mav?
Yeah, she's getting there. Hopefully, she should be back on the road latest 6th of June. So she's got all fixed, and we've got our MX-5 hat ready to go. So as soon as we do have the she's all fixed up and ready to rock, then that's not bad. So not long. She just needs to go for inspection on the 6th of June, and then should be ready to go.
Like smog or like.
Roadworthiness. So they check everything. They go through everything, brakes, suspension, all that kind of good stuff. And she failed it last time on the sill. So
I was like, it's interesting. I remember you asking me for wiring diagrams, and I was like, here you go. And I live on the other side of the world. And it's like, it's perks of working.
Yes.
For Mazda is I have access to all that for you, which is nice.
So, we'll also use code WS1 Gaming for all Mazda diagrams.
If you actually do, to anybody listening, if you actually do need a wiring diagram for a Mazda, let me know.
This guy.
It's not hard.
Yep.
There you go.
I have access to every single one. So, I have the big blue book.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
It's not only sim racing. We get involved with the real stuff too.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
We're everywhere. We are everywhere.
It is. Yeah. We used to actually have at my dealership the Mazda DPI car sitting in the showroom for like 2 years.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like up on the lift in the showroom, so like you would, if you're driving past it, you would see it. It was pretty cool.
That is cool.
And then they got rid of it and moved it to corporate. Yeah, and then they moved it to Irvine and moved it.
Always happens. Always goes to the boring people up top.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it actually went to like their secret. I swear, Mazda has this like it's not technically secret, but it is basically like storage room where they keep all their old race cars. So like the 787B, like everything that ran, it still runs, and they have it sitting here in California, like in their R&D facility. And I know about this because I went up there.
Wait, you got to see that car in the flesh?
Unfortunately, I didn't because our instructor didn't file the paperwork to do it. But usually we do. So next time we go up, I emailed him and he said he's going to get us permission to go in, so I get to see it next time I go.
Oh, jealous. I want pictures. I want pictures of thumbs up and a Phoenix t-shirt right next to it.
Yep.
I got to get the t-shirt first, and then I can do that.
Yeah.
Get the jersey first.
Mav, quickly send him a sticker and get him to slyly put it on it, so the next time they take it to a track day, there's just a wee Phoenix sticker on it somewhere.
Yes.
We
have to.
Right.
I have Phoenix stickers covering my car and on my helmet. And Mav has seen both of them. Mav has seen both of them. I have them all over my car.
Excellent.
And on my helmet.
I'm going to cut that out of the stream. So
when
obviously...
you go to Knock Hill,
yes,
on touring cars, boom.
Yeah.
You're giving me ideas. You're giving me ideas. I do like to roam the paddock. I do like to roam the paddock at Knock Hill at 3 o'clock in the morning, very drunk. So there's a possibility I'll find something and go, "Oh, sticker!"
Hey, all I'm saying is, anybody listening, anybody here who's listening, definitely don't go to phoenixsimsport.co.uk and buy the sticker sheets, like 10 of them, and put them on everything. I'm not saying do that.
Yeah, no, we do not condone this action. We don't condone it.
If you do end up doing it, we don't condone it. But if somehow by magic it ends up on a race car, please send us a picture.
Yes.
That's all we ask.
Yes. Yes. You'll get a free shout out on the next stream. That's what I can guarantee you. You'll get a free shout out.
Definitely.
Yeah, get a shout out. Exactly. Yes. Say
whoever's able to get a sticker on a race car gets a shout out. I think that's fair.
Yes.
Watch this.
That's fair.
Come August, you'll go to tune in at the BTCC live, and you'll just be wondering why every single car's got Phoenix stickers on their windshield. Sorry,
That's great.
race has been cancelled.
To
We
be
can't get the
honest,
stickers off.
Perry, what's that sticker on everyone's
They get the
What's this
they get
about?
the fig. No, they get the like the Fig Newton sticker from Talladega Nights,
Yeah.
but it's just Phoenix Sport like in the front. That's all it is.
I wonder how much it would cost to have that done, actually. I'm going to look into that. Anyway,
Not.
Yes.
hello, small child.
I do know. I have gone to different racetracks. If you talk to the feeder series, and you pay them $20, they allow you to put whatever they want on their car. It's great. I have done it at local racetracks.
Yeah.
And I swear, I went up to a guy and said, "Here's $20. Will you put the sticker on your car?" He goes, "Yep," and stuck a Phoenix Sport sticker to like a race car.
Legend.
like last year.
There we go.
I think there's a picture of it somewhere.
You have to get it, otherwise
Yep.
you don't get a shout out. You
Yep.
have to have a picture of
Yeah.
the proof. Yeah.
As the
That's all
internet.
very well said.
But like I said, so like all I'm saying is definitely don't go to phoenixsport.uk and buy the sticker pack,
Nope.
Can't do that.
and
Nope.
definitely don't pay a team $20 to put it on their car.
Nope. Absolutely not. That is absolutely something we do not recommend.
You're not condone. Yes.
And
We
yeah.
definitely don't condone.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do it, but it's cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyway, talking about
exactly.
masters, I think we need to get on to the
Yes,
boost
sir, we do.
I know.
series.
We were
Get on
talking
the
about
MX5 Cup.
keeping this stream short today, but that's not happening because we do like a good
No,
blether.
not at all.
But this is all good. So I have to say, super thanks to you, WS, for jumping in and giving us a good long chat about the IndyCars. I do hope that we can get that series pumped up and going. As I said, if any of our American viewers are interested in watching, it's literally perfect for your time zone. Get in, guys.
Yeah,
Come join up.
We planned it to try to make it as best as possible for our Americans. So if you are watching, please join. We would love to see you on track. First race is going to be this Sunday. We're going to Long Beach. A little bit of a hard track, but it's a good track. And
What a circuit. What a circuit, though.
2 weekends, we are going to be going and to Indianapolis Motor Speedway and having a miniature Indy 500.
Hell
So
yeah.
the same weekend we have the Indy 500. Or no, it's the weekend after, I believe. We are going to be doing
It is,
the Indy
yeah.
500. It's the weekend
Which-
after.
cool.
I think at some point we need to have our own Triple Crown thing going.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. If you can, we'll make some sort of. Yeah, if you win all three, we'll figure
Yes.
something out. If you can win the Monaco
Yes.
Grand Prix and the BRC Formula Alpha, if you can win it, the Indy 500, in the Phoenix Sport
And the
Indy
IndyCar.
250 or whatever we're going to call it,
Yeah.
And if you win Le Mans
And-
at Le Mans,
the Le Mans 2.4,
Mhm.
whatever. Are we doing 2.4? Yeah, Le Mans 2.4.
yeah.
Then
Yes.
you get some sort of special prize. I don't know what it is.
That's actually
We'll
a
figure
good
it out.
point. We genuinely can do the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
We can do it.
So,
Right. Anyone?
With LMU, so you gotta have So
And
we'll
the
figure something out.
Yeah, the
But
winner.
if you do,
The winner of that gets a shout out on stream
Yes.
shout out
Very
stream
big
and,
shout out.
like
and an
you know,
interview.
they get a
Hey.
special. They get a special note on their Discord.
Yeah,
they
we'll
get a
give
special
them a shiny thing.
roll.
People like shiny things.
Yeah,
Well, like
exactly.
shiny
They get a Triple Crown award. You know.
Yeah, we'll definitely look into that. But yeah, very appreciated for you to drop in, spend the time with us this evening. Again, hopefully we can get this series up and going, and no doubt we will. But we do have to switch
Yes,
up
sir.
to the MX-5s. And what a race that
Thank you for
was.
having me on, gentlemen.
You're more than welcome.
I
Look
appreciate
forward to
it.
seeing you again soon,
And I'll
dude.
see you on track.
Yeah,
Yes, I will see you two on
Chat
track.
soon.
All right, take it easy, buddy.
That's it.
Thank you for joining us.
Like,
That was awesome. Very nice to hear from him today.
Oh, yes, indeed. As I say, WS1 is one of the OG members here. Was in here basically from day dot and helped me set everything up. It wouldn't be the place it is without WS1, so thank you very much for popping on stream.
Indeed, and thank you very much for the time this afternoon. But yes, into the MX-5s, another one that you were involved with, Mav. That was a topsy-turvy couple of races. Again, we stuck to the 20-minute format on this one, which was obviously 20 minutes running off qualifying, 20 minutes reverse grid on the results of race 1. And we had some surprises in there. Parmesan walking away with the win in race 1. Defending champion Mikel was P2, and championship runner Miku was P3, but then it all changed around in race 2. There was drama, there was excitement, and there was a GOVEE on P1.
Oh, yes, indeed.
That
It
was
was
an
very,
absolute-
very spicy. All quite topsy-turvy. It's just because everyone was so very close to each other that any tiny little mistake and you drop several positions, and if you could keep it on track, then you were able to gain several positions. So, really, really interesting race. I know you won't have the actual results there.
Just the standings, yeah.
Just the overall standings, but we do have Parmesan did win race 1. We expect that he is going to have, a great season because, he's got really, really good pace. And oh my goodness, that Raspberry Racer livery, once again back on track.
I do have the results. Yeah, they do have the results up here. It's obviously in the standings. So it was P1 for Parmesan, but then P6 in race 2 on the reverse grid. He couldn't get through the order, and it was a battle. It was a battle, to say the least.
Yes, it was, and couldn't quite get past a couple of people. It was tricky because the national circuit, for some reason, is really difficult to overtake on. It was tough in that reverse race. Parmesan's going to have to settle for P2 in the championship right now.
4 now, but never say never. We still have 9 to go. That's 18 races still to go in MX5. So absolutely anything is up for grabs. You were the only driver who finished in the same position for both races.
Yeah.
P8 and P8.
Mr.
Yes.
Consistency. Which I don't think that was good. Because P8 I would have liked to have finished a bit higher than that. But as I say, it was tough. It was a really, really tough race. And for me, I just kind of got stuck in the pack. And, I had to just take chances where I could. And it was just P8. But really, really interesting race all the same. So
points are points at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Some new faces on the grid, which was great to see. John Way, making his way over from ACC, joining us now as well in MX5, was great to see. Do we have any other new ones? I think John Way is really the
Cooper was Cooper.
I think as well. Yeah,
new into the series.
Good to see on the grid as well. So a lot of faces from last season, but as well, some new faces too. So good to see.
Again, with the MX5 grid, always spots open. We do want to absolutely stack this grid from start to finish. So go ahead, get yourselves involved. Come join the fun. And that is Friday, and that kicks off at 6 o'clock on a Friday evening.
Quali kicks off 6 p.m. Yes.
That's right, yes. So that is easy. Get yourself home, get yourself a beer, and get yourself on track. I don't condone drink driving, but sim racing, sometimes I like a whiskey before I get going. It's probably why I'm always last. Anywho. So that was MX5. Again, we have ourselves a wonderful race coming up at Daytona as well. I think all but one of our series are running Daytona this week. So that is going to be fantastic. They're running the road course, so expect seriously nose to tail racing, slipstreaming the whole way. That is going to be something else. And
slipstreaming is going to be really important as well as setup, because top speed is going to be very important. A lot of the cars are topping out towards the end of the two main, I was going to say straights, but they're not really straight. The two main flat out sections, where we're up on the oval. So it's going to be interesting. Good challenge.
Indeed, doodly. Have we run a TCR event yet? I don't think we have.
We did run TCR last week. Do we have results for them yet? We do have results. And Mr. Parmesan in the Audi able to take the win there from the rest of the grid. So Marcel also doing really well in the Hyundai Elantra. So good mix of cars here, which is good to see. And then we've got Jan there in P3. So this one is interesting. We've got quite a mix of people we do know and a lot of new people as well. TCR seem to have brought in a lot of newcomers, which is good to see.
Yep.
Yeah, some really, really good, interesting people there on the grid. So yeah, let's see how that series goes. And yeah, we'll just continue to build it as it goes. It looks like a really, really good little series.
Yes. Again, just the same as IndyCar, this is more of a trial season, just to see what we're like, numbers, consistency. But the way things are going, I have a feeling this is going to be a stick-around event. I am looking forward to seeing TCR expand. For me, it looks very much like World Touring cars. Fantastic cars, fantastic tracks. As I said, everybody's very even in there, and I would love to see that absolutely blow up. Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. We are going to move.
TCR touring car is basically a touring car. So it is going to be very similar to the likes of your BTCC and other types of touring car events. So
Yeah, I think it is kind of loosely based on the World Touring Car Series, which, again, is exactly the same as BTCC. It's just they drive around places like Monaco and Monza, and not Donington and Oulton Park.
Yes, which are obviously much better because Oulton Park and Knockhill and all those kind of circuits are great.
Yeah, I'm just going to biasly just go with Knockhill's
bias.
the best, but that's it's only like 7 miles that way from me, but yeah. We shall move on to, and again, if you are interested, obviously joining in GCR, you know where to find us, get yourselves in. We'd love to see absolutely packed grids in there. We are going to move on to our last AC event, which is the Formula Alpha Challenge, which is our AC version of Formula 1. And oh boy, was that a good start to the season at Silverstone. Yeah. You were involved in this one again.
Yeah. We had a really, really incredible fight for the lead in this race, especially in the first phase. We had Santino and Fernando were working together. They're in a team together. Both of them very, very rapid. And Richard, or Rico, was up there as well. And the whole time they were going side by side, all swapping positions, the top 3 of them all together. While the rest of the pack kind of dropped back. So you had the likes of Ignacio, myself, Weber, AC, and Wayne kind of in that group for P4, all dropping back a little. And Kenzo was in there as well. But because he was trying this event in VR, didn't really get on well with the car. So lost a bit of pace there and a bit of confidence. So couldn't quite get on top of the car. But that battle for the lead was really interesting until close to the pit stops. There was a major collision between them all, which did result in quite a bit of damage. This series now has damage turned on. All top 3 drivers taking some pretty heavy damage. And then Rico then having to fight all the way back up again after the pit stops. So that did spread them out a little, but in the end, Rico did get back up to P2. So interesting, and that is going to be absolute fire for the rest of the season because those 3 are going to be battling extremely hard, as well as then you have your mid-pack battle, Ignacio, myself, AC, and Wayne, all very similar on pace. And all really very hungry to try and grab podiums where we can. We're going to have to hope that the cars in front, something happens to be able to get a podium. But if you're not in, you can't win. So, we're going to try to be there as much as we can.
That's it. And Formula Alpha, we'll just put it this way, it is like the extreme sim edition of the Formula 1 games. You are talking plank wear, you've got everything to think about, manual DRSing. There's so much to think about in this series, because if you are looking for a Formula 1 game, but you're looking for actual sim Formula 1, where you have to actually think about what you're doing, and, I'd say this is the perfect series for you.
This is where to be, yeah, exactly. You can tune the car in such a way that it is rather easy to drive. I do help with some setups for some drivers, so hopefully then it's not as intimidating to get into, because it can be. But, if you're someone that loves all of that sim side of stuff, and the engineering side, oh my goodness, all that, and being able to go and mode 2, Strat 6,
Yeah.
brilliant. So, yeah, really, really good fun series.
Well, as you're saying about that as well, the engineering side, this is the kind of series, I'd say, alongside Assetto Corsa, where you could have an engineer alongside you helping you with the race, stratting you up, helping you out.
I see that once we get to a point. Sorry, but a chocolate got in the wrong way. I could see that once we get to a point where, we've got full grids with, 10 teams, that we will then eventually have engineers, just like we did in the Formula Series. But the good thing is that with AC, you've got so much more tools available to you, so much more telemetry, and so many more things to think about as well, that an engineer is really going to bring quite an advantage to a team, if they're able to make it work. So, yeah, it's something that I could see happening in the series in the future.
Yeah.
It's something that I would quite like to bring myself to the series as well. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I think that'd be something for me as well. I can't race them, but I do like a good bit of engineering. So I'd be happily sitting on somebody's shoulder just going, you need to go faster.
Yes.
I'll do my
5-second penalty. I'll drive faster then.
I'll do my best Jean Piero, so if you start annoying me, I'll just be like, keep it quiet on the radio, please, Max.
Yes.
Du bist ein Waldmeister. But yes, another fantastic series. We see it's difficult. He's away at 25 points. It's 18, 15. Yourself, you're on 8 on P5. And you guys are off to Spa. So, it is different. Not everybody's going to Daytona. You are following the ACC circus this week. So you'll be following up. Hopefully we leave the track in half a decent condition for you guys going around on the Sunday. But no promises. I am on track.
Leave plenty of rubber down, but no debris, please.
No promises. There'll probably be more front bumper than rubber from me, especially going up Eau Rouge. But yeah, a great series again, guys. If you are interested in this sim level Formula One, you're into the technical stuff. You care about plank wear, how your suspension's running. Dirty air, for example, looks really, really good on this mod. It is a mod. It's a paid mod. It doesn't cost much at all. To be honest, absolutely worth it. You're paying 1/20th the cost of an F1 game for the mod.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a mod that is a billion times better,
Absolutely.
So, yeah, why not?
EA could look at something here, but they won't, because that would involve work and success, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, we shall move on. So we are running on, and we've still got, stuff to talk about, which is
still stuff.
We've still got a bit of IRL in if we wanna. But yeah, we are going to go to my event, which is ACC on the stream. You'll hear the voices change on the stream for ACC. It is the lovely Mav himself who does the comms for that, and I swapped myself out, put myself behind the wheel. So,
yes.
Would you like me to talk about the race from my point of view, or how would you like to do this one?
Yeah, well, how did your race go in particular, and then I can give a more general overview. It looked like an interesting race from your seat, certainly.
Qualifying was horrendous. I completely screwed my setup up. So I was expecting maybe P13, P14. I had those kind of pace guys, just on the outside of the top 10, and despite all my hard effort, P19. That just shows the level of pace these guys. I wasn't even that far off the pace. I was about a second and a half off the guys out front. I was just under 2 seconds off Val Thunder, and that was P19.
Yeah.
That's how incredibly close this grid is.
Likely.
So yeah, qualifying was a no-go. Start of the race was a bit bumpy. I made friends with a Ferrari, which was fun. So I dropped a little bit back, not too bad. And there was a little bit of a pushy, rubby situation. There was nothing you could do concertinaing at that point. I then made close friends with a couple of BMWs, which fairly landed me a penalty for that one because I didn't hold the brakes, put my hands up, that was on me. Rest of the race, though, it was a case of just coming back through the pack. My race pace is so much better than my quali pace, dude. So I was very comfortable through the race catching. So I think I went down to P23 at one point. By the time I finished, I was P13 on track, so I had made 10 places.
That's pretty impressive.
I did have a fantastic race with Pedersen, though, in the Porsche. That was some seriously close racing. We had a fantastic side-by-side overtake at one point. A bit rough, bit of door bumping, but it was hard racing. The both of us were like, we kept it up. We had a little bit of a tangle afterwards where I got spun, but Sammy, absolute gentleman. He waited for me to get going, so absolutely kudos to him. Let me get back on with my race. So I can't complain. Of course, my penalties involved. It was P13 on track, P15 overall, and to be honest, the fact I got to the end of the race with all the talent around me was amazing. So I will take that. I finished ahead of Amar. He had great pace as well, so I was happy to finish above him.
No, that's it. You've beaten a couple of big names there, and still some good solid points. You're kicking off the season with 6 points, in the bag. And just means you can build from there. Yep.
Yeah. Silverstone, not a wonderful track of mine, not a favourite, drivable, but it's consistent. It's just staying on the track, getting consistent, and staying to the end of the race, mate. But yeah, great race.
From the rest of the grid, we saw an absolutely awesome battle between Val Thunder and Omar. Tomek was not quite able to hang on for the first part of the race. Really, Val Thunder was driving away from Omar, increasing the gap, but then all of a sudden, Omar switched on the pace, and he really started to catch Val Thunder all the way up to the pit stops. We thought there was going to be absolute fireworks after the pit stops once they both stopped and came back out again. But then Val Thunder decided to just go, no, I'm going to have extra pace, and started eking that gap back out again. So all the way to the end of the race, Val Thunder just kept pushing forward and forward and forward, and takes a really dominant win, having led every single lap. And in fact, this turned out to be a grand slam as well for Val Thunder. The runner-up to last season. Is this his season? With a dominant performance like that, can he build on it next week? Especially because Tomek, the defending champion, had some trouble with Omar. There was a little bit of a tussle into the final lap, and making a mistake, car skidded sideways and went up over the sausage, which lost an awful lot of time. So it could have been worse. Could have dropped off the podium. But still a podium for Tomek for now, and a reasonable start to his defense anyway. Pretty quiet race for Linsky and Webb, just kind of in a bit of no man's land. Sometimes that's the best way. I mean, good solid points for those guys. And then you've got the likes of Grosjean, Guillermo, Pranzo, and Asenio, all having a really, really close battle with each other, swapping positions. This was a bit standout. As we mentioned earlier, Kenzo with a little bit of trouble this weekend, getting into some bumps and bashes, and coming off worse for it. So a bit of a weekend that he would quite like to forget. He's in the Audi this season. The Audi really suits him, but he's got to make it work. So hopefully we can see him a bit further up the grid. A good performance there from Brandon Fuller. Getting some points, in a grid of 25 people, I think we had in the end.
25, yeah.
26 people. So Brandon Fuller going out there, getting 3 points in a grade of 26. Absolutely phenomenal stuff.
And he qualified 24th, so he made up some serious places in the race.
Positions.
Consistent as well. A great run from Brandon, as you said. A lot of new faces on the grid, I noticed, this season as well. So, we have the DLX boys are in. We've got the 757 team are also there. The teams are looking good this season as well. We've got a number of teams involved, so it's not just the Drivers' Championship. We do have Manufacturers and a Teams Championship as well, I believe.
We do indeed, and at the moment, CRF Racing Team, that is Val Thunder Solo, is leading the championship on 50 points. Then you've got 757 in P2, and then Deluxe Esport Team Pinturum in P3 at the moment. So that's the top three there. And then the manufacturers, Ferrari leading with 14 of 15 drivers scoring points. BMW with 8 drivers in P2 on 52 points. McLaren with 12 drivers on 49 points. So they are probably the ones that we would expect to be up there because they do have the most drivers.
Yep.
Porsche's another one does have 5 drivers in there. So the likes of manufacturers such as Lexus and Nissan will struggle this season.
Yeah.
Because they've only got solo drivers.
I think Crossland's the only
again,
one in the Mercedes as well. I think he's literally the only Mercedes driver.
I've got 3 here, but they might be sign-ups, but didn't run today, or on Saturday. So 5 points for Mercedes solo. That's not too bad.
You can't complain about that at all.
Yep. But an interesting little extra feature for this season to do the manufacturers.
It's going to look so good. And as for the team battle, as you said, it is Val Thunder who's leading the team battle, but I was going to say the Marlboros may be in for a little bit of contention this weekend. It is Spa, one of our favourite tracks to run as a team.
That's the thing, definitely it's, already on 6 points there, and can only push forward. So, it's going to be really interesting to see how you guys get on. As you say, Sean really has great pace here, so that's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. Is he going to be up there and maybe throw a spanner in the works? And the likes of Val Thunder, Tomek, and Omar, it's going to be interesting. No matter what, the fight is going to be fire.
It is. I'm very much looking forward to it. As you said, I think Sean's going to be right there in the mix. He's going to give the top boys a lot of trouble, I think. I'm feeling very much like a Liam Lawson right now to partnering Max Verstappen, so he's going to be running up the front, and I am probably going to be around about, I don't know, P14, 15, 16-ish. We'll just have to see how it goes. Spa, very technical, very fast-flowing track as well. It is an extremely enduring track. It is hard work. Very hard work. Even watching practice earlier on, a lot of the guys were struggling up Eau Rouge. The track is very slippy at the moment for the conditions it's running. We are running real-life weather conditions as well. So it is sunny, but it is cooler. So the track is a bit funny at the moment, but the more challenge, the better. We don't want easy driving. We don't want easy conditions here. It's a challenge. Racing is always going to be different every track that we go to. I was hoping for rain, but Spa has let me down. I just hope it doesn't let me down in the race this weekend. But anything can change. Anything can change. Weather can change. It is Spa. It's in the middle of the bloody Belgian forest, so anything can happen. Knowing my luck, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be an absolute blisteringly great day. But yeah, a fun, exciting series. It's great to see the amount of drivers that we've got on the grid. Silverstone was amazingly fun to be involved with. As you said, there was 27 of us that took off on green light. And it was just, so enjoyable. So that's our catch-up. And that is, we've technically done catch-up and next week all in one go. So I'm kind of happy about that.
We've pretty much,
we've nailed
it. We've got it all in one go.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to discuss any IRL, or do you think we've kind of run out of this? We've done well over an hour today, so we're doing well.
I think so. Yeah, I think probably best then if we do catch up on any IRL next week. I don't have any major points from this week anyway. Let's see. We do have Alonso was pissed because he wanted to pit 3 laps ago, but the team refused to pit him. He was catching Lewis on inters while Lewis finished those on the sprint. So Alonso pissed at the Miami Grand Prix, and that's about the only interesting thing that happened.
Yes.
We did see there was some interesting racing in TCR, but But yeah, the only real major point, though, that there was some camera issues. So the way the director had to cut things was interesting. But yeah, there was some interesting TCR racing on all the let's see. Race 1, Ignacio Montenegro lost a rear wheel coming out of the final corner.
Ooh.
So that was interesting. Car behind had to do some insane reactions to avoid the spinning car. Still during race 1, battle for the lead, car 168 Erlacher passed teammate car 112 Aritia and won the race. But 10-second post-race penalty for exceeding track limits.
Oh.
Oof, that's tough going. You know, it's hard to lose a race in the steward's office, you know, and for track limits and gaining an advantage for the overtake. That is going to be pretty tough to take.
That's a double kick, yeah.
You know, yeah. But yeah, that's the way it goes. Actually, an interesting point of race 1, multiple cars bogged down because the red lights came up as soon as the marshal and the gantry showed the 5-second countdown.
Oh.
So a lot of drivers cannot engage start mode and couldn't get the turbo running when the lights went out. So a lot of front runners jumped back. So the turbo helps generate a lot of power in the engine, and if it's not spooled up, then it takes time, turbo lag, for that to build up, so you're not going to have that power immediately. So if there's other cars, maybe that are naturally aspirated, then they'll get the jump on you. So it's an interesting tactical problem that affected that TCR race. Yep, that was in Mexico. But other than that, not really much else going on.
No. Formula One's kind of boring. Headlines, as you know, is Duhan's been replaced by Colapinto for the next 5 races, so we get to see the Argentinian Crashmeister do his thing. Let's see how many spare parts Alpine bring with him. Alpine.
Yeah. How will he cope with that pressure? That's going to be fun.
Oh, if it's anything like he did in the Williams, he's such a talented driver. He outdrove that Williams. Absolutely outdrove it. Unfortunately, met the barrier a few times in Brazil, but it wasn't exactly wonderful conditions, especially for a rookie who'd never sat in an F1 car, you know. So I'd love to see what Colapinto can draw up. Then there was the big fallout between Ferrari. That was some drama. Lewis putting on his best Karen impression, and
yeah,
I have never heard anyone speak to the team like that in years.
Yeah. You know, is that the shake-up that Ferrari need to really get their head in the game?
Yeah.
You know, or are Ferrari just going to say, you know, we're Ferrari, we do things Ferrari's way? You know, you either love it or you hate it.
I think Ferrari got stuck in a very, very small corner there, because everyone was thinking at this point, you know, Lewis and Charles would be falling out. They've actually allied together and went, no, it wasn't either driver's fault, it was the team. So it's both drivers now getting on at the team. And if Charles is going, no, Lewis is right, Ferrari's going to have to kind of listen, because that's the golden boy.
They are, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they can't throw him to the side. So,
oh no.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But let's see how many cups of tea it takes Ferrari to have before they check that one out. But yeah, boring.
The Italians drink tea?
According to Lewis, they do.
Do they not have pineapple on their pizzas?
I would have thought they'd have he's out, he's running. The mob's coming, who's out the door? Ah! I'm pretty sure what he should have said is, you know, just take your time while you have your espresso, because...
Yes.
That's
I imagine Italian coffee is very, very good.
Yes. So yeah, Piastri won that race. Norris came second. Was it... Who came third? That's how exciting it was, because I think Max came fourth. Can't remember who came third. That's how much I really enjoyed that race. Kimi Antonelli. That's right. Congratulations to Kimi Antonelli for getting on the... Was it? Oh no,
that's a good achievement from him. Yep.
Youngest ever pole sitter in F1.
That's impressive.
Pole position in the sprint, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that was F1. Boring, as per. So yeah, not looking forward to that in the slightest. I don't even really care where they're up to next.
Nope.
No, don't really care.
Doesn't interest me in the slightest, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the fact that they signed the Miami Grand Prix to continue to 2041, however. You know,
Jeez,
let's get rid of Spa. Let's get rid of all the classic races, and let's replace them with American street circuits. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not interested. If I wanted to watch that, I'd watch IndyCar.
Yes.
So
no, but at least IndyCar is actually good racing, though. You know, whereas they keep putting these cars on stupid tracks that do not suit these cars. These are race, purpose-built race cars, and yet we're not going to purpose-built racetracks. How does that make sense?
They're not exactly small cars either. The F1 cars now, they are very long, they're very wide, they've got massive tyres. A lot of these tracks, it's hard to get the cars side by side. There's just simply not a lot of room. Azerbaijan's a very good example of that, of it being extraordinarily hard to overtake. Monaco, don't even get me started. I love Monaco, but that's now just a procession.
Yes.
It is literally start to finish. Whoever starts in pole, unless you break down, you're going to win the race.
Yep.
So that bores the life out of me. Las Vegas, absolutely boring. And it's not all American tracks. I love COTA. I think that's a great place to race. And you know, instead of Miami, why are they not racing at Road America?
Road America, Watkins Glen. Road Atlanta, maybe you wouldn't be able to race there, but maybe. There's so many good American tracks they genuinely could go to. But they just refuse to.
I was just thinking Laguna, but that is definitely not a good idea.
I don't think Laguna would work.
Corkscrew might be a bit fun. I'd love to see Ocon attempt that. Anywho,
that would be fun.
Ever seen a flying Alpine? No, that would be absolutely excellent. But I think Liberty Media got that all wrong. But what do I know? I don't own a multi-billion-dollar media company, so what do I know about running a sport?
We're just plebs that want to watch a great sport, but we're not getting it.
No, bring back the 90s.
Yes.
Turn everything off, put a turbo on it, and just put the guys behind the wheel. Leave all the safety bits, of course, because they're obviously good, but come on.
Yeah, I suppose you do have to, don't you?
Yeah. Give me a screaming V10 any day. Oh, that was another thing. They voted that down. That did actually go to voting with the FIA to bring back V10s, and they basically unanimously said, nah.
Of course they did.
Nobody likes the FIA anyway. They're the most corrupt bunch of horrible individuals ever, led by an absolute... What is a stream-friendly word to use? He is pleb.
Can you find a stream-friendly word?
Pleb. We're just going to use that word, pleb.
Let's
I like
go
that
with
word.
pleb. I think that's about the only reasonable thing we can go with.
Yes, so everybody who's watching probably knows exactly what I'm saying when I say he's a pleb.
Yes.
So, big up the next round of voting to get him out. I'd love to see Susie Wolf become president. But anywho, that's looking to the future a bit too far ahead. I don't think I have anything else in the realm of motor racing, unless you want to hear some bad news, of course, in motor racing. There was a bit of bad news from our two-wheel cousins this week, unfortunately, from the Moto Super Sport Series at Open Park, where we sadly lost a couple of riders in an 11-bike collision, so major condolences out to the families. It looked horrific, so massive condolences out to the families of those affected, including the riders still in hospital. It's something you don't want to see, even with all the safety that we have these days. At the end of it, motorsport is dangerous. These guys went out, they do what they do, they love what they do. And I think as spectators, we take advantage of the spectacle and don't fully understand the risk that these guys and girls take on track to entertain us. So, it's an absolute shame to see. One of them was only 21 years old. It's kind of heartbreaking to talk about, to be honest. It's they went doing what they loved doing, but such as motorsports. There was a big accident again at the Northwest 200 earlier on. If you don't know about that series, it's a bit like the Isle of Man. It's the road series. Again, that's in your native Northern Ireland, the Northwest 200.
That's right. We're over here in Northern Ireland. We're very famous for the Northwest 200. But again, really, really dangerous series. They're doing 200 miles per hour on normal country roads.
Yeah,
so,
public roads, mate. It's
yeah.
mental. Like, those guys have got big, massive cojones that I could only ever wish to have.
so.
You know, that's doing something. So again, upsetting news to hear what had happened at Oulton Park. The show must go on, as they say. It will in their memory, of course. So it is unfortunate to have to leave the podcast there on a bit of a bad note, but I did think it had to be shared. Motorsports is dangerous, so, you know, all the fans out there, just you know, be extra appreciative the next time you turn on your TV, you get trackside, you know, to watch something like this, that everybody out there for your entertainment is, you know, they're risking life and limb for you. So every time they put a smile on your face, just remember what they put on the line for you. That's all I got to say on that one. But I think script-wise, I have nothing else to add. We've gone into overtime by some. We've almost went an hour over what we'd scheduled.
Yeah.
So we're doing well.
Yeah. I think we have done well. We've had some great chat there.
Yeah.
I hope everyone has really enjoyed it.
Yep. Discord's not on fire, so we can leave them alone for an hour, and they do behave, so that's fine.
Yes.
I'll wait till we come off the podcast and I get a million pings. You stole my lunch sandwich. Oh god, here we go again. Can never leave the kids alone for 5 minutes. But yeah, we are majorly looking forward to everything that's going on. Podcast will be back again next Wednesday, at the same time, 8 o'clock, with Mav and myself, obviously hosting everything. The hosts with most, the bearded duo. Let's see, the Celtic contingency. We'll call it.
I like that one.
I like that one. We'll call it the Celtic contingency.
Yeah.
The bearded bros,
like
the Celtic contingency. How many more double-letter acronyms can I make tonight?
Yes.
Don't worry, folks. We're not going to be away for too long tomorrow night. It is round 2 of Tatis, and again, it's going to be an absolutely funky one. That is Daytona. So that is going to be absolute nose to tail, riled up action. So do catch us live for that one. It'll be me in the comms box and Mav doing his best on track. Friday we have the MX5s again, Daytona. That's going to be smashing. Saturday is a spa day. Let's just say that. So get your robes on. It's a spa day for Saturday. ACC kicking off our Saturday, our Super Sport Saturday, first of all, and then it's LMU to bring up the end of the Saturday viewing. So that's going to be a double whammy of extra action. And then Sunday we are running VRCs, which at some point I'm probably going to drop my whole Sundays or my day off thing and perhaps start streaming that one, because it is starting to get a bit popular and I've had a few nudges about why I don't do it. So, you know what? I may just, unless it's happening during a Grand Prix, then you're stuffed, because I love watching stuff. We'll make exceptions. We'll work on it. But yeah, folks.
This would look so much better. So much more fun.
You've got a point. You have a very much point.
People who support me more than Max Verstappen, right?
Maverick.
Yeah, that sounds much better.
Yeah, it's got a ring to it.
It does, yeah.
So with that in order, folks, we will be back tomorrow night. Well, I definitely will in the comms box. It'll probably be myself, because nobody likes to sit there and talk with me at Tatis. Hopefully, MX5, we will have Jake in the box with me as well. I believe, Mav, you're on your own for ACC.
Yep, for now.
For now. And
Actually, I think I may be joined this week
Ooh.
by Mr. Volder.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, do put a pin in that.
We'll put a pin on that. So also, if you are interested in joining our comms team, we have lots of series open at the moment, and so many, and we want to stream all of them. We just need more voices, you know, because I'm getting old. I'm getting old. My poor little voice can't handle it.
We can't let Paddy do them all.
I know, you just get bored of me after 5 minutes. Oh god, it's that boy with the voice again. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't. Not at all.
But yes, if you are wanting to join the comms team, if you're a bit like me, you don't really feel like you're quick enough for the racing, come join me in the comms box. Absolutely any experience levels whatsoever. So, yep, we've got me tomorrow. Friday, it'll be Jake and myself for the MX5. Then you'll have Mav in for the ACCs on Saturday. You'll have Jake and I again for LMU on Saturday night. And then, obviously, moving forward, we'll decide on what extra series we're going to bring into things. And I'm even getting questions about this. Is going round the block already. I'm already getting questions about the comms team. I'll answer that one after the stream. But if you are interested, please jump into Phoenix, into the Discord, ask away, or add me as a friend, and I will happily get you in with a chat with Mav and myself, or just annoy Mav, and he will get us in, and we can get some chats on the way. But I'm going to end it there. We've done an hour and 25 of yipping away. We've had some wonderful interviews again. Massive big shout to WS1 for joining us, and Dahl Pedersen as well. Some lovely special guests. Huge thank you for Mav sitting with me on this one, as per usual.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you've got to love the face of the boss coming to join us. And we will be back tomorrow evening, folks. So, in the meantime, from myself and from Mav,
bye-bye.
We'll be seeing you very soon, and have yourselves a wonderful good evening. Have infinite loops of us before we go, and yeah.
Yes, all of the loops.
Oh. Right, folks, have your... As you can see here at Phoenix Sim Sport, we are seriously mental.
Very super serious.
Yes, super.
Never had fun.
No, we are super serial here. Yes. I'm not going to watch South Park for the rest of it. Right, I'm going now. I need to leave. Right. Right, folks, again...
Let the people go!
Are we not entertaining you? Right, folks, have yourselves a great one. Thanks again for joining in on the stream. Thanks for all the subscriptions, the cheers, all the support. Love you loads, and we will see you tomorrow night. So, from Mav and myself and everybody here at Phoenix Sim Sport, good night for now, and see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.